Hello everyone, my name is Kurazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, episode 373. This video was originally streamed live on YouTube on June 10th, 2026. I hope you enjoy the video. Hello everyone, my name is Kurazar, and welcome back to Vintage Story Desert Life, where we are picking up right about where we left off. And that is right here. We made some, what are these, bellows, the small bellows. And we are here, we are humbly gathered here today to pump some iron, dude. So, in between last week and this week, I did get a chance to watch somebody make what we're going to make today. We're going to make some windmill hubs, I think. Not windmill, water wheel. Water wheel, small water wheel. A small 4-way iron hub. Now this says 3 ingots. I've heard tell that it is much easier to start from a plate, which means 4 ingots. 2 plates, so they even mentioned that here. But, well, 2 things. I only have enough ingots here for doing the 3 ingot recipe. So there's that. The second is, I've heard tell they're a nightmare. Yep, and that's what Ingraven is saying. You've heard horror stories about them. Yes, these sound like pure pain. So the plan is, well, originally we were going to make 16 of these to make 8 water wheels. Depending on how bad it is, like we'll do 1, and if that takes us like half an hour to do just 1, then we're going to dramatically reduce the scope of this project. And I may even like hammer some of these out off camera, just because I don't want to do 2 streams in a row of just like this junk. This is not exciting. So yeah, the plan is we're gonna try it. If it's really bad, then we'll just do like a couple, and maybe max out at like 8 total for 4 water wheels. And I would finish this up off stream, and then maybe in the, like what we do is in the, I don't know, probably north and south directions, because south from the temple is pointing toward the water. So maybe north-south we would do water wheels, and then east-west we could make some just decorative windmills and plop them on the sides. In fact, I kind of fully expect that at least 2 of the water wheels are going to be decorative anyway. Because we don't need the power of 4 or 8 water wheels. So maybe we made too many bellows. I don't know. But let's go ahead and get this lit. Let's try this out. Let's just see how much pain we have to endure. I also suspect that we're going to want to just like leave these burning in here. Faltenix, welcome, Faltenix. Honey with a chipotle sauce is good on lots of sandwiches. Kethim says salty and sweet go together as well. Yeah, for anyone who's watching this later, we were discussing the finer details of grilled cheese sandwiches prior to stream. Andrew P, welcome, welcome, welcome. And Kalzamar and Ryugar here as well. Good to see you guys. Now we're using brown coal, and that's going to impact how we do this, because brown coal caps at 600 degrees Celsius. See? We'll go higher. So we got to use the bellows, and every pump will get us about 50 at first. I think you sort of get diminishing returns. Yeah, it's already diminishing. So, and my recommendation is to pump it, wait for the heat to stop rising, and then I think now we can sort of keep pumping, because it's about done by the time we close the bellows. Getting any hotter? 893. There we go. 937. Let's try that. Ow, shoot. Tongs! tongs. Oh, jeez. Okay, so. Oh my goodness. Where is this hub? There you are. Now, we can also add a maximum of 6 voxels worth of iron here at the time, so we're maxed out. Let's go ahead and see how bad this is. Okay. That shouldn't be too bad. It'll be fine. Everyone's just whining. Surely. They're just whining. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so let's do a bit of that. Yeah, I see why people hate it now. Yep. I see what we're going to run into here. We're going to have to, like, either smush some voxels around and sort of, like, walk them up a lot, or we're going to have to... I don't know. Let's see. We may have to actually, like, poke a hole in the middle just to make it so that we can actually move some of these voxels around. This is cooling down fast, my goodness. Tyrone. Tyrone's been a naughty boy. Bellows, nice. Still need to add handle crafting. What for the bellows? There's now a lovely mod that shows you the temp while looking at the bellows now. That's nice. Alright, so let's also put some more of this in here. Alright. Whoops. Back down. Come on. Here we go. Alright. So we were on this side. I'll do one side at a time here. Yeah, I think what we'll do is I'll dedicate like 45 total minutes to this. So at like at what 9:15, if we're not done, then we'll just call it. We're going to flatten this out here. Walk these up. Okay, this is a little crazy, like how fast it's losing heat. This is this is yucky. The amount of heat loss is a little crazy, not gonna lie. Alright, so even those out. Bring those down. Alright, so we're gonna pop this back in a third time. I do appreciate that they didn't keep the super duper loud whooshing of the bellows, or that maybe the large one has that. Snack break. Okay. So what we'll do here is we're just going to split right here in the middle. And then we should be able to do this. Oh no, we can't. I done goofed. I should have split there. Oh, poop. Okay, so this is gonna get a little funky, but I think we can still do it. Do a bit of this. Okay. I see my mistake here. Yeah, I see what I did wrong. This might call for a 4th ingot. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a bit of a quandary. If you don't do it exactly right, you are just kind of boned here. That is... Wow. That's so mean. Because you can't walk it up there. What could I do? What could I do? I could maybe do this. Then I could do this. Nope. I could do this. I could then do... No, I don't want to do that. I could walk this up here. Oh, it's too cold now, naturally. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this needs some fine-tuning. You know, you have kids when... Okay, that said poop. Yeah. I also try not to cuss too much when I'm... Or cuss at all when I'm playing for you guys. I have plenty of parents who like to watch with their kids. Alright, let's give this a whirl. Alright, so... We're going to... I gotta walk it this way after all, yeah. Okay. We're gonna walk these this way. And down. Okay. Yeah, gotta make some room for all these. Okay. Where are we at here? So now I can bring this guy down and go up. Oh, right with him. And then I can start walking this guy right. No? No, I can't. Okay. You know what? For this one, we'll do a 4th ingot. And I'll just, I definitely won't screw up next time. That's the plan. I just won't mess it up. First pancake. You love the blacksmithing minigame, but after 200 hours you've started using Napster. You know what's funny is, so I watch a lot of Alex Steele, he's a YouTube blacksmith, and it's kind of odd that the help hammers in this game can only do, blooms and plates, when in real life, a blacksmith is going to be actively using the help hammer to, like, actually smith other stuff. So I feel like you should be able to, as long as you're, like, sitting there with the tongs holding it, you should be able to use a help hammer to make whatever. So there are mods for that, so maybe we'll try those out someday. Yeah, I know the large one didn't make it into the current version of the game. They wanted to, as you said, they wanted to be able to automate it. They didn't have time. All right, you win this time, game. You win this time. So we're 15 minutes in. We have less than half of one water wheel done. Oops, I want to do this. I want to spin you. No, come on. I want to spin you and place you. There we go. All right, so down, down, down. Okay. And we split most of the last ingot. Actually, more than the last ingot, because there are enough voxels in 3 ingots to make this. So you're basically wasting an entire ingot to make this when you do it this way. I think the trick is to make sure you sort of smush everything toward the ends as much as you can. and then you can sort of remount the middle. And this isn't very realistic. I feel like what this should be is probably 2 halves, or maybe they make like 2 tubes or 2 halves, and then you forge weld them together with some borax. I think that would make sense, and also would give a use for borax. Alright, so we're gonna try this again. We're going to put this at 600. Have I seen the concept art for the modular armor? I have. Catham, don't forget to get rid of the 2 voxels in the center of each arm. I think I got it. Grab a few more of these guys. Yeah, I'm a little cautious about the modular armor. I just don't want it to be another needlessly complex system. You know? Not that we're surrounded by them or anything. No, not at all. Also, if we start getting shot at here, I might have to, like, leave. Or maybe I'll just build a dirt wall. Yeah, I did know about the 2 voxels because I've seen a couple of people make them. I watched Nil Hero painstakingly make one. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and darn, where is this thing? It likes to hide. Okay, so this part. Because again, in real life, you wouldn't be making a tube and then hammering out the middle. You'd probably be like forge welding a tube together. I've watched Alex Steele do it several times. Maybe that's the secret here as well. I do right and left, and then down. Ah, go. Almost missed these corners here. Better get those done. Oh, it's weird. Go. Middle. Okay. And then I guess we have to kind of up. Too cold. Okay. Up we go. Need to add half an ingot before I did a boo-boo and need more voxels. Would 1 ingot at a time work better? I don't think so, only because the ingots always go like smack dab in the middle. So the final ingot would end up creating a 3 voxel high stack in the middle anyway. You think Tyron just likes blacksmithing? That's why he's making it more complex. Maybe. I think he just likes making pain. He'll be a wonderful devil when he joins us. So here's my new plan, is we split at the back of the hub here. And if we do that, then this should be cake. If my in my head back of the napkin throw caution to the wind's calculations are correct. then it's just super easy, guys. Yeah, it's just super easy. What are y'all whining about? Okay, so here we go. We split this guy in the back. And then we can bring this down and roll it up. Oh, baby, look at that. 3 ingots. This is the way to do it. Is this stupid? Yes, it is still very stupid. Okay, that's 2. 2 pancakes. Alright. Hey, Wobbly Boost! The billows look cool. They look cool indeed. Are they my favorite thing in the world? No. Renegade Fade. Oh, you had the, you commented about the 200 hours of blacksmithing. Yeah. Whew. Well, that's 1 water wheel done. So, yes. I think the plan is that we are going to just make 4 water wheels and put them north and south, and we use those to power our... We'll use probably 2 of them to power our powertrain. And then we'll put windmills east and west, and that will do 2 things. 1, it will make me not go crazy, and 2, it should also do a better job of sort of showing, you know, sort of implementing things that are thematic to the temple. We have water and wind. That is a temple theme, so I feel like it should fit. Pixel Pair, welcome. Second pancake always comes out perfect. It does, Forever 14. You know my struggles. Actually, I've learned that the secret to a perfect first pancake is to get the griddle as hot as you think it needs to be, and then come back in 5 minutes. You just walk away, come back in 5 minutes, and it'll be the actual right temperature. That is my secret. So these, I will say, the first time doing one of these, definitely a pain. Overall, they are a very high amount of work for what you get out of them, although it's nice to be able to get, you know, a source of constant power. But once you know the pattern, it's very easily repeatable. I wouldn't say the same thing about anvil smithing. I think anvils are worse than this. The only reason I think we're going to hate this more is because we're making 8 of these. Yeah, this starts cooling down way too fast. Like it has good hang time, but it's cooling down way too fast for a game. Is it realistic? Maybe, I don't know. Ask Alec for me. But this is, for a game, this is just kind of annoying. Oops, I want to go that other way. Oh well. Gonna get a few more hits in here before it cools down too much. Go, 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 go. No. Okay, in it goes. Hey there, Axum VS. Welcome, first of all. Does it matter if you're outside or not for the cooling? No. The only thing that you have to worry about is water and rain. So make sure that your forge has at least a solid block above it. It just needs to be 1 block directly above it. It doesn't have to be, you know, a larger awning or anything. Rain does not technically blow sideways in this game. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to get these guys in the middle here. And this guy. And then these way. This way. And then we hit the back row. What's nice is about doing this today and learning about it now is that when I finally get around to the Iron Age in the Vintage Story Guide, I'll be able to much more succinctly, hopefully, describe how to, and describe and show how to make this. Okay, 3. That's not bad. I think we're doing all right. A couple more of these on here. Rodriguez says literally an apt description of current vintage story. Is it realistic? Yeah. Is it annoying in a game series? A sense? Hell yeah. Yeah, exactly. I thought the secret to good pancakes was a dry pan. Always worked for you, Lord Hubris. So it depends what you want. If you want a sort of buttery open pancake, then you oil your pan, typically with butter. If you want like a sort of smooth, fluffier pancake, then yeah, you want a dry pan. I do dry pan, but I put a little bit of oil in the pancake batter, and that seems to be the secret. Well, that plus heat. Get your pancake pan really hot first. Also, welcome, Mad Lord Hubris. I just realized that was you. Butter for crepes, yes, yeah. Lift acted, hey, welcome. Any reason to make a steel anvil? What about meteoric iron? Steel anvil, as far as like necessity, no. It's more for say you did. There is kind of a reason to make a meteoric iron anvil, is that processing meteoric iron is simpler than processing iron. So, like, because you do iron, you have to get the blooms from the bloomery, process those again, blah, blah, blah. With meteoric iron, for whatever reason, you get perfect ingots from the bloomery. So there's that. We may want to take a break here and make a fresh pair of tongs, by the way. I just realized our tongs are actually quite quickly dying. I could make a single pair of steel tongs and never have to worry about tongs again. In fact, I think I'll just do that. I'll do that after this hub here, and we will never need tongs again. Which, like, okay. Again, I get that things wear out in real life. But tongs don't wear out because you pick stuff up. Tongs wear out because you abuse them. Now, wooden tongs, sure, you know, the wood might be getting scorched as you pick up the hot ingots and stuff. In fact, I'm kind of surprised wood tongs work for anything hotter than bronze anyway. But I feel like once you make... Maybe copper tongs aren't the best, but like maybe once you make iron tongs, like they just shouldn't have durability. Just let us have a win here, Tyrone, please. I'm begging you. You can harden the tongs. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you can do that. I might have to try that actually. And in fact, I'd do it with fire clay, so that I can get more durability out of him. Not that I really need to, but no. Wait, steel tongs are in the game? Absolutely. You'd expect copper tongs to work harder in real life? Well, they'd continuously be exposed to pretty high levels of heat, so they might keep getting annealed. So they might actually end up softer over time. They'd still work, they just might bend. Good enough. The nice thing about the bellows here is that I get the chance to like take a break and look at chat for a second without really messing up my smithing rhythm. And, you know, splitting a voxel where I really shouldn't have split one. That's never happened to me though, of course, yeah. Not at all. Alright, so we gotta split the back row. And I'm saying it out loud, just because I'm making sure that I'm doing the right thing. It's I'm doing the Japanese point and call methodology. Okay, we are halfway there. That's all right. Okay. All right. So tongs, tongs. We're just gonna pop you in there really quickly while I go and get a bit of fire clay. Oh boy, missed me. Bye. I think we have fire clay down here. Pretty sure. Fire clay. I'll just get like 5. It's fine. I wouldn't mind a barrel. And a snack. That steel will be waiting for us when we get there. It's fine. Hey there, Kiku Disaster. And Pedro Kata. You're catching the most exciting stream. I'm glad you agree. Alright, this is empty. Perfect. Let's also grab this barrel. This is empty. And down we go. Still here. There he is. Hey, buddy. Yeah. My Falcon wants to have a word with you. You know, it's funny. I was talking about how we'd definitely be done with the series before October, November. We may have time for some more pumpkins later this year, after all. Kurzar, Pro Vintage Story Blacksmith. Alright, so this is ready for some more heat. I'm also going to hope that this recipe does not require more than one ingot. Plop this guy down here. And bucket. Alright. The bikes are really coming along. You missed a great deal, it seems. Yeah, it's been almost 400 hours now, I think. I want to say 385 or so. All right, 947. That'll do. Tongs. That's shears. Steel tongs. Okay. Ugh. This nonsense. Oh, I have seen a thing where there could be a bug. Items that are finished, but they're not tool heads, like chisels and tongs in this case, sometimes can't actually be quenched because the game considers them finished, so you can't actually put them back in the fire. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause a lot while I talk because I'm trying to think of what I'm doing here. Sorry. Is I might heat it up before I finish it. I'll check on the actual quenching temperature. Alright, so let's bring up the handbook. Quench. Quenching. Here we go. Maybe it's in our steel? Steel ingot. No? would it be like quenching temperature? Here we go. So for steel, it's between 815 to 1050. So this is a fine temperature we have. Oops. Thank you, handbook, for doing that to me. It's very close. All right, so you go back in here. Reach back up. Just another question, why 4 water wheels? Well, it was going to be 8. So 4 it was a compromise. We are at 9:49. That's perfect. All right, let's finish this up. So Feltenix was able to quench them after they were finished. Okay, well, we won't have to worry about that in the first place. And I'm only going to do this once, so... Oh, come on. How do I... How do I add... Oh, do I have to add that on the anvil? Nope. I need to cool them first, and then I can put the fire clay on? Offhand. Quenching. Okay, so with or without fire clay. Blah, 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 blah. Does not indicate. Okay. Okay, this is just mean. So okay. So I have to let it cool first. Alright. There. Okay, well. Tell you what, we'll keep working on the hubs. And once this cools down, we'll do the thing. 5,000. Yeah, we would literally never need to quench this in the first place, but we're going to. All right, so it's cool it, and then add the fire clay, then put it in the fire, and then we can quench it. I don't know if I need a larger barrel, but I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, wait, we have water down here. We have water in the toilet. Some people call this thing the toilet, I've seen. Wait. We had a barrel all along. Sheesh. Hey, Sakura Witch. Welcome. Do you need to use iron for water wheels? Yes. You need iron, meteoric iron, or steel. Any of those will do. I recommend iron or meteoric iron, just because that's easier to handle. Process. You can do the first quench without fire clay. Well, I want to do the first quench with fire clay because if you don't do it with fire clay, what happens is it increases the effectiveness. So the damage or the mining speed. Tongues have neither of those, so quenching the first time is just a free 5% chance to break your weapon or your tool. So I'm going to not do that. What I can do is once it's below the 815 threshold, I can quench it, and it won't actually do the game's quenching process. Here we go. Boop, boop, boop. There we are. You normally quench 3 times. I think I might... I'm not going to bother with more than once for the tongs, because 5,000 durability is... like... we literally will never need more. We just don't need it. I probably would say... for durability... I think 3 times is probably the limit. In terms of mathematically, whether you gain or are losing material, basically. Because basically, when you quench the first one, you're doing the second one, your total chance of losing your quench, or losing your item, isn't 10%. It's the leftover from the 95% chance you had of succeeding the first time. Math gets weird when you get to probability like that. I didn't do this. Ah, shoot. Alright, right to the ends here. Let's do these real quick. Oop. Oop. No, it's too hard. Okay. The first quench durability is 20%. It's already quite good. Yeah. I don't need an extra 1,000 durability on my tongs. You guys know what's going to happen, right? You guys know what's going to happen is we're going to cool this thing, put the fire clay on it, heat it up, dunk it in the water, and it's going to break. I'm not sure why I was waggling my finger in real life. Okay, I just watched a Boathorn spawn in broad daylight from a rift. That is a little ridiculous. Place your bets now. Yeah, anybody got a poly market on that? Okay. Okay, back to work. Yeah, so the chance that you'll still have an item after 2 quenches, let's see, you're shaving off 10% of 95. So 95 minus 9.5 is going to be, it's hard to math and hammer at the same time. It's going to be 85.5. So you have an 85.5% chance that you'll be able to do 2 quenches. And then your third quench, you have a 15% loss chance, unless you're tempering. And the chances go, let's see, 15% of 85.5 is gonna, or 85, yeah, and a half, is approximately 8.5 times 2, basically. Or times 1.5. So, subtract, what, 14 from 85? And you're at, what, about just over 70% chance? So that's still a good ratio. If you're getting 50% with only a 30% loss in potential tools, that's a good trade-off. It's frustrating if you were to lose it, but yeah. Tyron needs a please explain for broad daylight desert spawning a Boathorn. Someone asked, his answer was working as expected. That's kind of gross. Do they... Is it that Boathorn and Shivers aren't drifters, so they don't follow the drifter spawning rules? Ingraven has lost every item with 3 quenches. And that's with tempering? Yikes. Peter lost 2 brand new pickaxes on the first quench in a roll. Wow. Your first 2 iron tools? Oh, that hurts. Alright, so we are at the 45-minute mark, but I'm feeling I'm feeling good about this. So we're gonna finish up the 4 that we're gonna do. The 8 of these and the 4 water wheels, and then we're gonna kind of pack up and go back to the temple, and put these away because we can't work with them yet. We need to design the system that will hold the water wheels and allow water to flow around them. If I did all 16 of these, we would be here until basically 10 o'clock, maybe even beyond. So we will do 4 water wheels. That's kind of the final decision here. And then we'll do 4 windmills.
Well everyone, that's going to about do it for this episode of Vintage Story Desert Life. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, let me know by leaving a like or a comment in the section below. The names you see here belong to the awesome people who are supporting the channel by joining as a channel member. And the following people have gone the extra mile to support the channel by subscribing at the Seraph tier. Their names are Elizabeth Woolley, Inger Raymond, Joshua Saruda, Linda Harris, Lucky's Mom, Mad Lord Hubris, Oak Tree, Servus, Smiley Builds, Snow Silver, Sue Wallace, Tyluna, and Wade Parker. If you would like to see your name in the credits or hear me butcher your name, check out the channel memberships, which will also get you early access to videos and some other goodies. But for now, as always, my name has been Corazar. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.